So, confession time. So last week you guys saw our 5 things I wish I knew before buying a Ruckus, and in that episode I had hinted at a couple of things that were going to happen in the future because I was an idiot. I goofed when I bought this vehicle because I didn't get it with a title, and because I didn't get it with a title, I can't properly register this bike, which is what it is because it's got a 150cc motor in it. Because if I remember correctly, it was registered as a motorcycle before I got it. So because of that, it's in the vehicle's history that it is, in fact, a motorcycle. And because of that, if you watch that episode, there's a little thing in the corner, whichever one it is. Check it out. I mentioned in there scooter laws. Because of the scooter laws, we can't use this bike. This beautiful thing underneath the covers, we're done for. So I went back to the drawing board. Since we cannot use the Ruckus right now because of the fact that I still need a title, a motorcycle license, and insurance for said motorcycle license, and honestly a VIN so that I can actually register the scooter on the road, I decided to go back to the drawing board and look at some other options. If you remember last episode, I actually dropped a massive hint as to what I wanted to get if I could do it all over again, and that was the Honda Metropolitan. And today we're gonna go get one. So the people I just bought it from just now left, and real nice people. They took immaculate care of this thing. This is a 2005 Honda Metropolitan II. Apparently there have been a couple of facelifts over the years and whatnot, and this thing is actually really cool in person. Let me show you. Like, look at this thing. Obviously we gotta get the giant Team Honda sticker off. We're gonna get the urban scooting thing off because we might end up actually doing a little bit of there we go. So all in all, it's real nice. Apparently the carb is a little bit stuck, which isn't impossible. I think I know how to fix that. If not, you know, we just call it Uncle Rico because Rico's the man. He knows how to fix that. We have a bill of sale in the car, so I can actually go get a regoed, get the rear plate put on it because it actually does require to have a plate. Like I said, if you guys watched last week's video, you would know it requires a plate. But like, all in all, it's in really nice shape, man. It's heavy, it's no joke. Getting it off the truck was not an easy task. But all in all, in really good shape. The mirrors are brand new. They just got them on. Those look so good. Wow, this thing is actually in really good shape. Although I probably will need to, you know, kind of clean up that a little bit. What's up? I didn't know you were stopping by just now. What do you think?
I think you should have called me.
It just showed up. It doesn't run. I don't have the key. They actually forgot the key when they brought it by. They were so excited to get rid of it. They forgot to bring the key.
Are they bringing the key?
Yes, they're going to go get it and then come back. So I was just kind of walking around it. What's your knee-jerk reaction seeing it?
I mean, JDM.
JDM meets Italian. Yeah.
It's like a JDM Vespa.
And that was kind of the goal, because you know me, we've had this discussion about me with Vespa. So I was like, it's a Ruckus underneath and a Vespa on the outside. Perfect.
Yeah.
And so last night we tried to start it. We got a little bit sidetracked with some things, and I can stick that in there. We go start it. Like, you hear a click in here, but it's not doing anything. With it just clicking, like, it wants to start, but it can't. I went ahead, pulled out this guy. I do want to tighten up the throttle cable. It's a little bit too slack for my taste because you go to turn it and there's like no initiation from the handlebar. So either it needs to be tightened here or it needs to be tightened here. So because of the handlebar, there's no real throttle response. Watching rolling wrench, since we don't have any start, right, you can hear the clicking. We're gonna go ahead and actually check the spark plug. So there we go. This guy, without breaking it. Okay, spark plug's right there, so we're gonna go ahead and pull the plug out, see how that looks, and then go from there. If this spark plug is done, oh yep, I'm pretty sure y'all can see that. That is that's cooked. It's an NGK, which is nice. but this plug is crispy. We'll get a new one. So I'm actually going to take parts from the Ruckus and stick it in this guy to make it work. I'm going to go ahead and continue uncovering it. I'm also going to steal the light bulb out of this one so that the light can transfer into the scooter from the Ruckus, because the front light doesn't work on this guy either. It doesn't turn on at all when you put the power in it. So after checking fuses are good, which means the light bulb itself is probably burnt out. So we'll go ahead and swap one of these over to that and just order another one of these, because they're not being used. The underwire for this still hasn't arrived, much to my chagrin, but it is what it is. Yep, that's in. Okay. Going to reapply spark plug wire. All right. Let's see if this does the trick. There's plenty of gas still in the thing. Nope. You hear the fuses click, but still nothing. I don't want to get another project video. Like, we need something that works and runs. This is a fresh battery. We pulled this out of the Ruckus, so we pulled this out of the Ruckus, so that should be good to go. It's brand new. Like I said, we're gonna have to figure out this throttle cable and why it's not like engaging. It's tight, but it's still got slack. It's up here, got nothing. So we may actually need to take the fairing off and see if we can adjust that manually ourselves, because that should be working on its own. Let's see. Maybe I was an idiot. Nope. It's trying, but it's still got nothing. So keys in, on position, kill switch engaged. Come on, baby, come on. It's trying. Starter's trying to turn. Oh, it's trying. I wonder if the fuel pump's not doing its thing. As you can see, we are getting no fuel pressure from our fuel pump, and that is ultimately what is wrong with the bike. Now, as much as I really wanted to be able to ride the Metro on this episode, because we've had busted cars for a month, unfortunately, with the damaged fuel pump, we're not able to do anything. Now, the fuel pump itself might be okay. I've ordered a trickle charger for the battery because I think maybe the Ruckus battery is actually dying too. If that was the case, then obviously the fuel pump wouldn't have enough power to pump, because it hadn't had enough power to even turn the starter. So, with all that said, when the trickle charger arrives, we're going to actually revisit this Metro and see if we can actually get it to work this time. Long and short of it is, we may actually have a fully running system, we just don't know what's going on exactly. I do know this, that the actual fuel cell itself, the tank, actually had sediment and garbage in it. In fact, was quite full of fuel, but for whatever reason it couldn't pump it out. And that's when I realized that the sediment had collected in the actual dip tube area, you know, where the fuel would go into the rest of the system. It was clogged up. So that would explain why our fuel line was dry, why our car was never getting any fuel to begin with, things like that. I do also know that we may need to get a new carburetor. More specifically, we may need to get a new throttle cable, because the throttle cable itself is sticking. I'm going to see if I can find a way to lubricate it, see if that opens it up, frees it up, and allows us to operate the Metro correctly. But with all that said, I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to have a Metro. I really like the way these look. Like Ian said, it's a Vespa in an Asian body with an engine from Honda, which means it's most likely going to live forever. It's perfect, right? So things we're gonna do with this thing: stretch it out, get a little bit more low with it, gonna do some more mod work to the suspension, pretty much making this into almost like a Ruckus, but not quite. And speaking of the Ruckus, we are gonna finish it. I didn't get the Metro just to sit there and work on just the Metro, because it's actually trying to live. I did get the Metro because I really wanted one, but I am going to keep the Ruckus for now because I do want to see it through. I just have to get things like a motorcycle license and whatnot to use it on the road, because YouTube and the law. I hope you guys understand. But with all that said, thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and please, if you haven't subbed already, do consider it, because we do more things than just Ruckuses and Metros. I mean, our name is Rant, and we're just waiting on our cars to get back up and running because parts are expensive. God bless you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.